But on the other hand, there does seem to be sort of a gratuitous brutality to the whole thing. You know, attack first. Oh, we can send jump teams. Great, send monsters. Attack, kill lots of people. Oh wait, that's not doing very much. Okay, see what I mean? I mean, there's not much. There doesn't seem to be much of a thoughtful.
There's no like strategy and we and I'm. It also seems like they are really indoctrinated. There's a lot of like propaganda. Because I know what propaganda looks like. So and people actually seems to buy this. We have seen
you've heard some kind of Meatloafer style grumbling, you know, here and there. But
but that seems to be like, oh, they're getting away too easy. It's not like skeptics. It's more like people that want people.
You didn't hear any. There were no hippies demonstrating against the war on any of the corners that you saw, right?
Yeah, but maybe in the first time we arrived, but they were worms. They were not protesting in a political way. They were more like, we are getting killed. Stop doing that.
Right. So there's a few other mysteries, and you're not in the right office to learn a few other things that I have in mind. But I'm very interested in what you will do when Lida, you know, says that she has, you know, an appointment, and when she cannot conceal her enthusiasm about her. She says, you know, I'll be back at the office after lunch, and she cannot conceal her enthusiasm about her departure.
I actually think that if it's okay with you, I can take over, and then we can follow her, and I think we can
have enough.
What?
I mean, they told us we should collect information about those weapons, right? We have.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it could be really good to have. I mean, this is my only area of comfort.
Before that, she's leaving the office like for lunch.
Well,
no,
she's allowed to leave.
Oh. She's allowed to leave, but she's actually leaving.
We don't even have shoes.
I would like to ask a question. Not where she's going, that's too obvious, but I would like to formulate a question like, I need your help when you will be back.
I see. Considering all the rolls that you have made, one of the things in the rules is not to keep rolling for the same thing over and over in a single situation. Okay. You have already done very well, so you can just ride on the success that you have already gained for more of the same kind of thing. So in this case, it's just exactly the same behavior. You are just questioning her for more information than she thinks she is giving. So the answer is that she has something to do before lunch, and then she's going to have lunch, and then she will come back. And if you want, you can take a nice long lunch if you want.
Okay.
You're very much getting the idea that she is planning to get as much time out of this as she can.
Then I think I will leave my place to somebody else who wants it and who is more suitable for this kind of job.
Right.
I think there's a lot of us that are really good at stealth, tracking, searching, and listening. But we can maybe I can take the lead.
If it is physical tracking and sneaking, then Yansu is very much the lead here. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's my area of comfort. Maybe and staying and for the small details with the shoes.
Yeah.
It's really good that we don't have shoes.
Okay. Excellent. So in this case,
it's so unconspicuous. Yes. Great.
Yes. Well, you might be surprised.
We will probably not be seen.
Yeah. Albert, what do you say? Are you switching with Yansu?
Yes, I am, and I'm taking just a 1 minute break. I'm coming back.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, what are you going to do? Are you going to follow her?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a meme.
I wanna ask why.
Why we are following her?
Yeah.
Because I think it might be good to have a kind of some leverage against someone, so we kind of can use that against things that people are trying to hide is always it's kind of is always of value in a time of war. Things that are trying to hide from others.
Mm-hmm.
It might be, and we don't need to like go. We just need probably just superficial information about who is he seeing, and we can maybe find some more, and maybe we can use some of our sea powers to even get more of this. So I think this might be interesting.
I don't know how much.
I don't know where my former my attitude of cowardice went.
Well, there are times you are feeling. I can tell you, you have seen the effectiveness of everybody pulling together. So you may be feeling empowered by being a one-man squad, right?
And I also think that this is the kind of scouting assignments being by like really playing it safe now.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you are not doing something stupid like crawling into an air duct or something like that. Right. And I actually only had very little more to do tonight because with the body switch might be a good time for us to finish right now. And I'm trying to keep us down to 2 hours of play and no more of these 3-hour crazy things. So my plan is to have everybody review their talents, maybe their powers, but especially their talents. And one thing, Albert, for example, you might want to use your talent before you leave the room if you want to. Because your talent, now that you can use it because you're a cricket, you can search the whole damn room, right? And so, and then another thing is to review, I believe, Emma, Nadia's talent. Do you recall what it was? Or she's a peeker, correct? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the peeker is that you can use your physical skills when you are not outside of the body. You can move objects and work things through your mind all around the body. It doesn't cost you any willpower points and requires no roll. So talents do not require a roll. So that means while you are a cricket and while Nyansu is busy, sneaking around, you could knock something over to create a diversion, or you could unlock something or open a door or something like that. All these things surrounding him. And the same thing is for now Nyansu is the boss, but if he's not the boss, he can move his mind outside the body and travel around in an invisible body. So for example, you could get close and then the invisible body could go through the wall and go see what was going on. And so your physical body won't be in a compromising position. You see, things like that. So there's a lot of ways that you guys can be amazing spies using the talents as well as your skills. So the crickets should start thinking about their talents. If you want to spend willpower in most cases, then you would look at your powers.
When you say spend willpower, I only say I have willpower 4.
Yes.
/2.
Let's go and find the part about using powers just for future reference. Okay. Oh no. This is how it works. That we did use it right. Okay. You take the willpower cost of one of your powers. So Ola, find one of your powers just for an example. right?
Teleport.
And it costs how many willpower? There should be a number there.
5.
5. That means that you have to say 5 to the boss, and the boss has to drain the host, remember?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
So 5 of anything from the host.
Right. Well,
of one thing you can't.
Right.
Sorry, you can't split it, right?
Well, no. There's a rule for it. I'll repeat the rule when we get there, but there is a specific rule for how the boss has to drain. And so then there are a couple other ways to lose your willpower as well, so that you are going to want to go to sleep to recover it quickly. But I will review those when we get there. I'll review those rules for next time to be sure I remember how. But the important part is that it's nice for you guys to realize all the cool things you can do. That's going to make it a lot easier to be a spy on Xenos. Right? So you don't have to just worry about making the wrong move. You know, what if I say the wrong thing to this guy in the corner? Everybody's going to shoot me or something. Now you are in a much better position to strategize.
I have something.
Yeah.
I have something called probability travel.
Yes.
That basically means that we shift over to an alternative reality where the thing that just happened didn't happen.
Right. The rules for it are actually extremely amusing. Yeah.
It's re-roll, basically.
And then another interesting possibility, the thing to point out is that since you rolled your talents at random, that means that they are not necessarily very well suited to your attributes. Very few of you are any good with any of your powers and talents, or with your powers. So some of you are pretty, but none of you, how am I going to put it? So therefore, don't forget that you can use your skill points to increase your powers as well as your skills. So if there's a power you really like and you want to get better at it, remember, you're going to want to put skill points into that. So.
And I really don't. So now we have none, and then the first one we get an extra die using that, or
no. Though right now every one of your powers has a value for your roll. It has a number of dice. It's based on an attribute. So, for example, teleport is based on an attribute. And so you have the dice associated with that, but it may not be one of your very good attributes. That's just the luck of the draw mostly. So you would, if you like that power, you might say, okay, I'm going to put some skill points into that, and then that number will go up on its own.
Okay.
Claire has a question for Yang Su.
Yes.
If I help you to find out what she really wants, leader.
Yeah.
Can we go back then?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I have to say to you, because I understand, I'm not at all interested in taking any risks at all.
Right.
I'm not. There's no like showing off in this. I know what I'm doing. I'm the first one that will abort this mission if we, for example, won't find anything of interest.
Claire has finally found a sensible person.
Yes,
I'm usually,
maybe Claire has a power that can help.
Don't forget that we have a mystical appointment.
That's
we have
true.
time.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna forget.
Yeah. True. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop. And as you move into a different area, and with all of its possibilities, I'd like to know a little more about the sneaking and stuff before I tell you much, but let's just say that Lida is conducting a relationship with somebody of considerable power in the government. So You are.
Should we make a stealth roll or so he doesn't, so we know that?
Well, I think that we will make all those rolls next time.
Okay.
Let's take his body.
Yeah.
I
That's a
have
possibility.
something that's called no desire. I may maybe find out what she's wanting that person.
Right.
And
right.
it may not be very useful.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh,
that.
great, Everybody wants that.
The guys are going to learn something.
Yeah, that's true too.
So we only get skill points when we go back.
Right. Well, the phrase actually is completing a mission. It's not very realistic. It's a story point when you change the skill. Not, it's not realistic based on training or anything like that. Basically the rule in the game is when you start a particular mission, you have what you have, and good luck with that. And then when the mission is complete, then we sort of change up a little bit. So it's using sort of TV episode logic rather than real world logic for the improvement. So I think that's it, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you next week for more. This was a relatively successful bit. We'll see how it goes as you go deeper into the power structure. Okay.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.